What if I told you that a simple image, something as innocent as a photograph, could hold the power to shape your destiny? This isn't the plot of a supernatural thriller. This is a glimpse into the mysterious world of black magic and astral energy. Imagine this: a skilled practitioner, armed only with your picture, weaving a spell that could bring fortune or despair. Sounds far-fetched. Well, cultures around the world have believed this for centuries. But why? As we delve into the veiled secrets of dark and astral magic, you'll uncover stories of ancient rituals, forbidden texts, and the eternal battle between light and shadow. By the end, you may find yourself questioning the unseen forces at play in your own life. Stay with me, because this journey into the arcane is just beginning. Throughout history, magic has been both a beacon of hope and a tool of destruction. To understand its power, we must trace its roots across civilizations. In ancient Egypt, magic wasn't just mystical, it was practical. The Egyptians seamlessly wove the spiritual and the everyday. Their spells weren't confined to temples, they appeared on amulets, monuments, and even household objects. Take the protective hippopotamus ivory, inscribed with symbols to guard pregnant women and children. To the Egyptians, magic wasn't good or evil, it was a tool. Yet, even in this pragmatic society, whispers of darker practices existed. The Greek magical papyri, a collection of ancient Egyptian spells compiled during the Hellenistic period, offers both healing rituals and malevolent curses. A spell to curse an enemy required bizarre ingredients like the blood of a weasel and a shard of pottery. The instructions included pricking a doll's eyes and submerging it in water, a chilling precursor to the voodoo dolls of later centuries. India's deadly secrets. The Odi assassins, meanwhile, in ancient India, the line between magic and murder blurred with the enigmatic Odi. The Odi clan, often hired by wealthy families, were said to use forbidden rituals to incapacitate their targets. Legend has it that their powers derived from a special oil, extracted in unspeakable ways, applied to their earlobes to grant them shape-shifting abilities. Stories describe them transforming into animals' three-legged dogs or one-eyed bulls to stalk and kill their victims. The chilling precision of the Odi's magic raises a haunting question. Was their power purely mythical, or did they wield knowledge lost to time? Medieval Europe and astral necromancy. Jumping forward, Europe during the Middle Ages witnessed a different kind of dark art, astral necromancy. While necromancy originally meant communicating with the dead, medieval scholars like Antonio di Monmo redefined it. In his text, De Altis et Manifestus, Antonio combined astrology with Solomonic demonology, creating a system that linked celestial movements to demonic conjuration. To Antonio, demons weren't trapped in hell. They resided in the astral plane, waiting for the right rituals to summon them. What drove these civilizations to explore such dangerous practices? Was it desperation, ambition, or simply the human thirst for power? Keep watching, we're just getting started. Is magic inherently good or evil, or does it all come down to intent? This question has haunted philosophers and mystics for centuries. The Sibylline Books, a case of duality. Consider the Sibylline Books, sacred texts in ancient Rome, sold by a mysterious woman to King Tarquin. These books were said to hold prophecies and magical formulas. Their power was used to stop plagues, like summoning the Greek god Asclepius in serpent form to heal Rome. Yet, the same texts also instructed human sacrifices, burying Gauls and Greeks alive beneath the Forum Boreum. How could one text serve both as a cure and a curse? It's a haunting reminder that magic, like fire, takes the shape of its wielder. In the Western occult tradition, the left-hand path symbolizes selfish, chaotic power, while the right-hand path seeks harmony and spiritual elevation. But even this dichotomy isn't always clear. Pope Honorius III, for instance, is rumored to have written grimoires instructing priests to summon demons for divine missions. Was his magic left hand or right hand? Can commanding demons ever truly be good? Intent is everything, but as we'll see, intent can be easily corrupted. If magic is power, then grimoires, talismans, and symbols are its conduits. But how do they work? The geometry of images. Sadhguru, a contemporary mystic, speaks of the hidden geometry in images. A photo, he argues, captures more than a likeness, it holds a fragment of the subject's energy. This belief explains why some cultures avoid having their pictures taken, fearing their image could be used for harm. Imagine the implications. A symbol, a sketch, even a name could become a weapon in the wrong hands. The Testament of Solomon, a manual for power, one of the oldest grimoires. The Testament of Solomon tells of King Solomon using a divine ring to command demons. With this ring, Solomon enslaved spirits to build his temple, turning entities of chaos into tools of creation. The grimoire reads like a manual, detailing each demon's abilities and the angelic forces needed to control them. Could such texts be humanity's attempt to dominate forces beyond our understanding? Magic has always been a battlefield, both metaphorically and literally. The Battle of Blythe Road in 1900, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, a secret society dedicated to the occult, erupted in conflict. Aleister Crowley, a controversial figure, sought to seize control, clashing with poet William Butler Yeats. Their feud culminated in the so-called Battle of Blythe Road, a clash of magical wills. While some accounts describe curses and astral duels, others paint a less mystical picture. Yeats and his allies physically barring Crowley from the temple. This episode reveals a universal truth. Power, whether magical or mundane, attracts conflict. The concept of an astral planar realm where celestial forces and spirits interact fascinates and terrifies. Antonio de Monmo's unified theory, Antonios de Altis et Manifestus, was groundbreaking. He theorized that demons are tied to the movements of planets, their power waxing and waning with celestial alignments. By understanding these cycles, a magician could summon and control these entities with precision. It was a dangerous synthesis of astrology, alchemy, and necromancy, a recipe for immense power or catastrophic failure. Does the astral plane hold the secrets to humanity's origins or its downfall? It's a question that continues to intrigue modern mystics. In recent years, the academic and esoteric worlds have collided, uncovering groundbreaking theories about ancient magic. A striking example is the discovery of the Greek magical papyri, which revealed not only spell formulas, but also connections between Egyptian, Greek, and Jewish magical traditions. These texts suggested that magic wasn't isolated to one culture. It was a shared human endeavor, evolving through trade and conquest. More recently, a 2020 archaeological study in Turkey uncovered what experts believe to be a ceremonial site for necromantic rituals dating back to 300 BCE. Researchers found inscribed clay tablets detailing invocations to underworld deities. What's intriguing is their resemblance to Solomonic texts. Could this be evidence of a shared magical lexicon stretching across continents? Another fascinating theory comes from a 2022 documentary titled Secrets of the Astral Plane. The film explores the possibility that ancient magicians' descriptions of celestial spirits might align with modern concepts of quantum entanglement. Could these spirits have been interpretations of forces beyond their scientific understanding? Forces we're only beginning to explore? Let's pivot to the future for a moment. What if ancient astral magic was an early attempt to tap into dimensions beyond our perception? Consider this. Today's physicists hypothesize the existence of parallel universes and higher dimensions. Could rituals and symbols have been primitive tools for interfacing with these realms? One speculative but fascinating theory links medieval magical circles to modern-day quantum physics. The concept of a circle protecting the practitioner could parallel the idea of a force field in scientific terms, an energy barrier safeguarding against external interference. If we could decipher the principles behind these rituals, could we one day create technologies to shield against harmful radiation or even interdimensional forces? Imagine astral necromancy, not as summoning demons, but as harnessing energy from other dimensions. Could this have been a prototype for technology that might one day power advanced civilizations? The implications are profound, sparking questions about the untapped potential of our ancestors' knowledge. Magic, as it turns out, is a universal language. Cultures across the globe have shared eerily similar myths about the manipulation of unseen forces. Take, for instance, The Japanese onmaido, an ancient practice blending astrology, geomancy, and Shinto rituals. It bears remarkable parallels to Western astrological magic, especially in its emphasis on celestial timing. Onmaido practitioners believed in balancing cosmic forces to protect against malevolent spirits, much like Antonio de Monmo's astral necromancy. In West Africa, the Yoruba religion's concept of ash, a universal energy flowing through all things, shares similarities with the Eastern idea of prana or kai. Both concepts underpin magical practices, emphasizing alignment with natural forces. Could these shared beliefs point to a forgotten cultural exchange, or are they evidence of a deeper, collective human understanding of the universe? Magic's allure hasn't faded, it's evolved, weaving its way into modern storytelling. Consider the global phenomenon of Harry Potter. The series borrows heavily from historical grimoires, such as the Key of Solomon, evident in its use of talismans, protective symbols, and complex spells. Even Doctor Strange, a Marvel Cinematic Universe hero, channels his mystical abilities through hand gestures and astral projection concepts deeply rooted in medieval magic. Video games like The Elder Scrolls and Dark Souls immerse players in worlds steeped in esotericism. They incorporate alchemy, rune casting, and demon summoning, drawing directly from historical practices. This cultural resurgence isn't mere entertainment, it reflects our enduring fascination with the unknown and our desire to connect with ancient mysteries. The question arises, why does magic continue to captivate us? Perhaps it's the promise of power, or maybe it's the idea that the universe still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered. As we unravel these mysteries, I invite you to be part of the conversation. What do you think? Could ancient rituals have been primitive forms of science? Or are they echoes of knowledge lost to time? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your perspective could uncover new connections we haven't considered. You might wonder, are these stories and theories merely folklore, or is there evidence to support them? It's a valid question. While some accounts, like the Testament of Solomon, are steeped in legend, archaeological finds and historical records corroborate many aspects of ancient magical practices. For instance, clay tablets from Mesopotamia describe rituals strikingly similar to those in medieval grimoires. And while astral necromancy might seem outlandish, its foundations in astrology align with scientific observations of celestial influence on Earth, such as lunar effects on tides. Magic, for all its mystical allure, has played a significant role in the development of civilizations. While it might seem far removed from today's technology-driven society, many of the practices and philosophies born from ancient magic laid the groundwork for modern science, medicine, and even governance. Take alchemy, for example. Initially dismissed as a pseudoscience, its principles formed the basis for modern chemistry. Alchemists like Paracelsus not only sought to transmute lead into gold, but also pioneered early pharmaceutical practices. The pursuit of the philosopher's stone wasn't just a quest for immortality, it was a reflection of humanity's deeper desire to unlock nature's secrets. Even political systems weren't immune to magic's influence. Ancient rulers often consulted oracles, seers, and astrologers to guide their decisions. The Roman Empire, for instance, relied on the Sibylline Books to navigate crises, blending mysticism with statecraft. This convergence of magic and power demonstrates its enduring presence in shaping the human story. Could the rituals of the past offer untapped wisdom for addressing modern challenges? What lessons might we uncover if we viewed these practices not as relics, but as a roadmap to understanding human ingenuity? At its core, magic reflects humanity's quest to transcend limitations. What if these ancient practices weren't merely symbolic, but a means of unlocking dormant abilities within us? Modern psychology has begun to explore concepts that parallel mystical traditions, such as the power of intention, visualization, and collective belief. Studies in neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, echo the transformative goals of magical rituals. Practices like meditation, often central to magical traditions, are now scientifically proven to enhance focus, creativity, and emotional resilience. Could the rituals once used to summon spirits or manifest desires have been an intuitive understanding of these mental processes. Moreover, fields like parapsychology are investigating phenomena that blur the line between magic and science, such as telepathy and remote viewing. While skeptics abound, these studies remind us that the boundaries of human potential are far from fully mapped. As we reach the end of this journey, one thing is clear: magic isn't just spells and rituals. It's a reflection of humanity's deepest desires and fears. Whether through the Sibylline Books, the Odi Assassins, or Antonio's Astral necromancy, magic reveals our eternal struggle with power, morality, and the unknown. But the mystery doesn't end here. What do you believe? Are these practices remnants of a forgotten past, or are they a glimpse into powers we've yet to fully understand? Let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts below. Until next time, keep seeking the unknown.